Good morning, sirs and ma'ams. My name is Pharmacist Samuel, and I'll be making a presentation on improving pharmacy practice through the use of mobile tools. At the end of this presentation, it's expected that pharmacists should understand the concept of mobile health, know the various databases and tools needed for informed clinical decisions, know the mobile tools needed for improving their productivity in the workplace, appreciate the application of these mobile tools in efficient practice, resolve to begin or continue to apply these tools in order to become more efficient, more effective, and more productive. This is the outline of the presentation. And by way of introduction, we've heard that the future is technology. Well, I would like us to know that the future is now. Several advances in technology have necessitated that pharmacists develop skills to adapt to these changing times. From this slide, we can see that pharmacists in their various fields of practice are using these tools in order to make their practice more efficient, more effective, and more productive. Now, in Nigeria, about 25 to 40 million people use a smartphone, and this figure is expected to go beyond 140 million by 2025. 81% of Americans use a smartphone. This shows that a large number of the population is technologically inclined, and in order for us to meet their needs, healthcare practice must evolve as well. These ongoing advances in technology should enable pharmacists develop skills that can improve patient care through more efficient communication of information. As technology advances, pharmacists have to familiarize themselves with three major concepts: the concept of mobile health, the use of pharmacy databases, and also harnessing productivity tools. Considering mobile health, the World Health Organization, in collaboration with the Global Observatory for eHealth, defined mHealth, which is mobile health, as medical and public health practice supported by mobile devices such as mobile phones, monitoring devices, personal digital assistants, and other wireless services. Some of these tools may be applications or they may be devices in themselves which are attached to mobile phones in order to use them as diagnostic tools. Mobile health is a subset of electronic health, which is the umbrella body for all of this, and it has come to stay, so pharmacists have to equip themselves. Mobile health applications in themselves can help pharmacists to keep up-to-date patient profiles, receive patient-specific adherence data, and help them in maintaining their pharmacy stock levels in order to suit the need for those patients, and many other activities. However, these devices can be used for wireless blood pressure monitoring, pulse oximetry, and so on. Pharmacy databases are also another aspect of technological advancement that pharmacists can take advantage of. They are interactive computer programs, websites, or other tools designed to assist clinicians with decision-making tasks, usually at the point of care. They have unbiased, referenced information about drugs, alternative medicine, acute care, diseases, and even toxicology. There are so many of them available, over 50 of them, and these tools enable pharmacists to make informed clinical decisions. There are several categories of these databases, first of which is the drug reference databases, like Micromedex, Natural Medicines, Clinical Drug Reference from Lexicon, Drug Facts and Comparison, and the list is not limited to this. Another category is drug and disease state references, like Access Pharmacy, Clinical Key, and Up-to-Date. Literature search pharmacy databases are also available, like PubMed, Embase, International Pharmaceutical Abstract, Cochrane Library, Scopus, and so on. Some of these are not restricted to only pharmacy, but cover all medical journals that are relevant to pharmacy practice. Guidelines are the final category of pharmacy databases we'll be considering, and they include Essential Evidence Plus, Dynamed Plus, Trip Pro, and ECRI Institute, which enable pharmacists keep up to date to reviewed guidelines. There are other categories of pharmacy databases, amongst which are Hippocrates, Medscape, Pocket Pharmacist, which are commonly used by pharmacists now for quick referencing during point of care, drugs.com, MPR, pharmacy lab values, and so on. Now, mobile tools in pharmacy practice have a wide range of application. and these include drug information, for example, Lexicon, Medscape, the British National Formulary, and so on. The functionality of these apps allows you to search for drug interactions, dosages, contraindications, adverse drug reactions, and so many more. They are available for mobile phones, desktop computers, and even as printed text. We also have clinical calculators, which are usually a feature of some of these drug disease reference apps, or come as an application in themselves, like the CleanCalc medical calculator. Online ordering of prescription items has also been made possible by the use of these mobile tools. So pharmacists are able to provide drugs to their patients after receiving orders online or electronic prescriptions, as the case may be. And this enables pharmacists to carry out their practice even in the face of the pandemic that requires social distancing, and in places where particular drugs are not available. Patients can make requests or orders for them from places where they are available, and it will be mailed to them. Pharmacists can also remind their patients to take medicines using these tools at a particular time of the day, enabling them to ensure that patients adhere to these drugs and they are able to monitor quickly any change associated with administration of these drugs. Direct messaging is another application of these tools, where pharmacists can send messages to patients as individuals or as a group, giving them information on medicine safety or providing recall in the case where there's a drug recall. They can easily get information across to patients for drug recalls. Products and services provided by the pharmacy can be marketed using this tool. Patients' questions, queries, and concerns can be responded to on these platforms, and communication of opening hours can also be done. Documentation is another key area where pharmacists can use these mobile tools. There are documentation of prescription records, dispensing records, medication history, and many, many more. All of these records can allow pharmacists to make informed clinical decisions, even economic decisions, planning of budgets, and so many other things. A centralized record like that allows pharmacists to access from wherever they are, and the data generated can even be used for research purposes. Another area in which mobile tools have found application is in quality management systems. We know that a pharmacist is a manager, and as such, in order to effectively carry out this role, many tools have been made available for this. An example of this is the CPharma Safety app, which provides indicators and monitors market trends, enabling the manager of a pharmacy to make decisions about the pharmacy business, stocking up of drugs, and also reporting incidents. This will enable a smooth operation of the community and hospital pharmacies, where a large amount of different kinds of products and services are offered. Dispensing records also can be quickly accessed through the use of these mobile tools. Now, a patient's dispensing records can indicate the duration of his therapy from earlier. If he needs refills, they can be confirmed. For patients who are on drugs that tend to be abused, they can be monitored easily, and pharmacists can ensure that the right quantity of the drugs are dispensed per time. This will curtail abuse and enable quick resolution of dispenser level drug therapy problems. Availability of medicines as well are another application of mobile tools. There are applications like food safety alerts and tips, drug shortages, FDA recalls that enable pharmacists to know drugs available at a particular time, drugs that need to be recalled, and even drugs that are about to expire. Now, drug shortages affect practice in pharmacy daily, and so it's necessary for pharmacists to be able to access this information very quickly. So when patients' queries are about availability of a drug, a mobile tool can enable the pharmacist to quickly get information on whether or not the drug is available, or if the drug has been recalled, or even if it's about to expire. Another application is on patient information. Information is the basis upon which many clinical decisions are made, and pharmacists must be armed with patient information and patient prescription histories in order to make proper decisions, especially in community practice where many patients come in and make complaints, seeing the pharmacy as the primary health care center. Access to these records can enable the pharmacist to know exactly what to do and the decision to make as regards that patient's therapy. For the final part of this presentation, we'll be talking about productivity tools. Now, these tools are non-clinical tools. However, they are very important in practice for pharmacists. They help the pharmacist in time and task management, documentation and note taking, storage of information, and even in mobile communication. Now, for time and task management, there are many applications available. Some come already pre-installed in mobile devices like phones or laptops, depending on the kind of device the pharmacists use, and they enable the pharmacists to track their activities throughout the day. Pharmacists can upload their meetings to their calendar. They can schedule reminders for direct messaging of patients, like we discussed earlier, and even keep simple notes for planning to refer to throughout the course of the day. This will avoid clashing of appointments and enable the pharmacist to generally improve his productivity. For documentation as well, we have many applications that can be used by pharmacists to document their interventions, to document the most common queries, to carry out pharmacovigilance and even post-market surveillance, and recording minutes of meetings that may be held by pharmacists. Applications like Google Forms can be used to collate data for research and many more. In addition to this, storage of these documents can be done on cloud using any of either Google Cloud, iCloud, or Dropbox, allowing patients to retrieve their files in the future. This is especially necessary for when mobile phones are stolen or files are destroyed or lost from one point or the other, or for one reason or the other, enabling pharmacists to easily get their data back without any problems. And last but not the least in this presentation is mobile communication. There are so many tools available that have been evolving over the past decade that are used for communicating information. Some of them include WhatsApp, Skype, Gmail, Telegram, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Patients can provide information and patient education online, create awareness about their activities, hold meetings, using video conferencing apps like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, GoToMeeting, connect with other healthcare professionals, and even connect with prospective employers or employees using applications like LinkedIn, and meeting people who are passionate in similar areas of the pharmacist field of research or interest. In conclusion, if pharmacists must maintain their role in provision of healthcare, they must become familiar with these tools. One of the skills necessary for a pharmacist is lifelong learning, and it is necessary that as the times change, pharmacists adapt to this change. Thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful day.